Before we will start to speak about positions and guards, I would like to spend a little while on the general understanding of the body posture and the biomechanics. First of all, we need to speak about 3 levels where we can assume our body posture. It is definitely the high, then some middle, and then low, because it always depends on our actual level of stretching and ability to deepen or to sink our sense of gravity. Treatises and the original concept of fencing is also recognizing 3 levels of gravity, as it's mentioned in Joachim Meyer's work, and it also follows some common logic. So to speak, in terms of longsword and the early tradition, it is good to avoid standing in a line. That would bring us to many not very balanced positions. So this is not considered as needed or correct. What is good is to come out from a natural expression or performance when we would fight. So whether, because the foundation of fencing is wrestling. So unarmed combat is the foundation for armed combat. So I'm not going to fight someone with my legs in line. On the contrary, I'll assume a position where I feel comfortable, where I can deliver powerful blows, where I can connect my center of gravity, hips, elbows or shoulders, elbows, wrists, fists, everything in order to be efficient, whether to strike or whether to grab and grapple and wrestle. So the footwork is dependent on my ability to transfer my body weight from front to the rear and from left to the right. That's why, in case you are not wrestlers or you don't want to develop your unarmed combat skills, think about a position where the width of your stance will more or less follow the width of your shoulders. Then in such case, in a high stance, when we bend everything and we sink our center of gravity, it will be more or less here, otherwise a bit lower, otherwise in a low stance we can find ourselves over here. Same from a side, high guard, maybe middle, and maybe low. Good point is, even though the real leg is mentioned to be stretched, it is not tight. So everything is bent, okay? Regarding leaning forward, it is optional, but it is good to know or to train in a way that you will hold your body posture straight. Of course, you can always lean, you can always go back, but the right and correct center is always good, upright position. What is also important to mention is do not hold tension in your muscles as much as you can. Be relaxed, let the body hang, the elbows should be hanging, the shoulders should be relaxed, and then under such conditions, when we are sufficiently relaxed, we can feel the weight of the weapon, so that will help us a lot in fencing. These are the fundamentals I consider as very important before we start to introduce positions.